Yo, what is up, Sandbox Nation? It's your CEO, Jared, here. And I wanted to come on and talk about the beginning of the episode. We did, unfortunately, lose some of the footage for the first couple of minutes or so, but we will share some of these behind-the-scenes clips with y'all and just show y'all what really goes on behind the scenes at Sandbox. Talk to y'all later. Wow!
Yo. We back.
Sandbox.
What episode is this?
7.
7. But let's season finale.
It's the season finale, y'all.
Okay, how you?
Finale.
What if I wanted to say season finale?
Know your place.
As the CEO,
That is very wicked. I don't endorse none of that. But it's time to introduce ourselves. I'm your main man, Jared.
Hey, I'm Aden, man.
All right, Aisha.
Hey, I'm Ashaki. I ain't know.
She got to warm up. Ashaki got to warm
Y'all
up.
too happy for this episode. Y'all got piped up as soon as y'all got in here. What y'all got going on?
Stress.
Stress.
What about you, Shaki? What you got going on? My artist
My man.
girl.
Oh, yo, man.
No, I'm kidding.
Me.
No, I'm kidding. I really, I've been focused on my art. Oh.
What you got to say, Eryn?
Man, who we got in the studio with us?
Let them know who it is. Let them know who it is.
today?
We gonna pass the mic.
Oh, okay. Hey, y'all. It's Eryn. I don't really got nothing else to say. I don't know. Am I supposed to say something?
Girl, just speak your piece.
What's up?
I feel it, though. I feel you, though.
Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all over there acting like we ain't got the crew.
Let them know.
Yo, what's going on with it?
Yo.
Yes, sir. Who else we got in the booth? Y'all both just gonna laugh, bro?
Y'all just gonna
He's
laugh.
red in the face. He's
Yo,
red.
man, Justin.
No, he's been like that.
You seen this dude, man. Steve, man.
Steve, that brother Steve. We got a packed booth today.
We got a pack house today.
Very bad.
We had to come show out for y'all.
Hey man, you know what they say? Everybody named mommy in here.
And
And they
right.
I was about to say.
Aiden, I'm gonna let you. Since I didn't let you have the intro, I'm gonna let you go. First.
All right, well, hold on. Let's like, what was you gonna say? Let me know what you was gonna say.
No. Nothing.
You
'Cause
see
everybody's
how-
staring at me. No, because I was gonna
Well,
say.
we listening. What was you gonna say?
Something like,
Look, you have the floor.
It
All
was
right.
like kind of like. Go ahead. Okay.
It was kind of inappropriate.
No, I mean, no.
We gonna save it for the bloopers.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know
Save it
what?
for the
Let me hear it though. We can cut
Let's
it out.
get on.
'Cause
to
now-
it.
now-
Let's get on. We gotta get on. We gotta get
All
on.
right,
We gotta get on that topic, bro.
Look. As I just said, man, the CEO alongside my boy Jared, man, the Sandbox podcast, bro. The Sandbox podcast.
Just to even say something like that and have it mean so much volume to other people as well, it's really just been this blessing to see so far,
Bro,
and I want to thank all the viewers out there for just being on this journey with us so far. I
Bro.
say that every episode, but it's still crazy to think about how far we've come in such a short period of time.
no,
But
go ahead, girl. Go
But I
first.
feel like it's crucial for you to like acknowledge that the people that are around you and acknowledge the people that like have been by your side. So it is necessary for you to say that you're like thankful.
No doubt.
No, it really is, important to give thanks, especially in different aspects. Because, on the Sandbox podcast, obviously, I'm thankful for what was coming before. But, where we are right now, there's so much work going on in the background that I don't even have time to be thankful for. Like, I'm like, man, they going crazy over there,
it's
man.
like,
I'm
on
like,
to the next.
right. And I'm
On
like,
to the
dang, I can't even
next.
appreciate how he doing that. So like this is what this is gonna be, this is what this episode is. This is gonna be our chance for the four of us and the people the people in this room to really just, give thanks, what's the word? Reflect,
And appreciate.
appreciate, and review, all the effort, all the sweat, the tears, the hours, the FaceTimes. Oh my God.
yeah.
Text, man.
Those
my
impromptu exec
bro.
meetings.
Oh my God. All the writing in the notes, all the text messages, all the DMs, all the networking. This is what this is going to be the culmination of. let's get it started.
Let's get it
Yeah.
started, bro. Look, I want to start off with you though, Mr. RTW.
Hey,
Hey, look, don't try to be meek and shy now. You were talking,
Right.
I'm Mr. RTW walking around the hallway like, oh yeah, you got my hat on. Oh, man, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
hey, man, RTW. What is RTW? That's really the big question that I always get. Like people, I'll be surprised when they know this about me because I'm like, bro, I don't talk to nobody. Like, bro, because literally, Jared, do I talk now?
Yes.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Aden
'cause-
is very like self-motivated and like tunnel vision lately. Like as of late, he hasn't been.
Talking as much.
Maybe
but he doesn't.
I see him
Because Jared,
talk,
Jared,
but, yeah,
bro, you family dog. Like you get that side of me. Like I had to step in, with RTW. RTW has made me grow so much as a person and just propelled me through my journey. And it hasn't been a short, journey by any means at all. I remember 4 years ago back, I'm just, I'm
my
drawing,
God.
painting,
Oh
painting
my
my
God.
own jeans, like
It's coming back.
making
Oh,
my
you
own,
coming back.
I
making
remember
my
those
own
old
friends
man.
jeans. I made my friend Janine a pair of jeans, gave them to her. I was like, people see me, I would spend like 9-12 hours just
Yeah.
drawing and cooking up ideas for like one pair of jeans that I would just have for myself. And it was never about the money then. That wasn't even in my mind. I just wanted something to do over the quarantine. I just wanted something to create. I wanted to express myself, put out what I believe was important at the moment, which was really not. It was like, like sophomore thoughts,
Yeah.
depression, suicide,
Oh,
drugs, like
All right.
well, like it was coming from a place of just desperation. It wasn't, for lack of better verbiage, a genuine, mindset. It was a depressed mindset, I've been talking about that recently, like a depressed mindset and how I have to tap back into my own thoughts and like see where are these mannerisms coming from and why am I still implementing them? And not to say, dismiss my own ego and, sense of what I consider important, but as humans, the way we experience time is not linear. Humans are not, most humans are not perceiving every single second, every single minute, every single hour of a day. And if they are, they may not experience the same second you're feeling, And so like me, a minute for me, if I'm really enjoying it, could feel like 3-4 minutes. Or if I'm at work and I'm having a meaningful, like genuine conversation, an hour could go by and what felt like 15. So you have to take into account that the human perception, and the human perception, the human subconscious, the human ego are all working in tangent at the same time to build your personality.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I had to really look at, because I have friends, that of course I'm blessed to have friends that will critique me and be like, you this or that. And I'm like, no, of course I'll get sometimes like, bro, that's
Constructive
right. I'm like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. But then I'll get home, I'm like, let me take a deeper
Reevaluate,
look into
yeah.
this.
think,
Think out of my own box.
right.
And sometimes I'll be like, bro, you were dead wrong. Shut up. You're still wrong.
Yeah.
It takes
You
the
know.
type of person to be able to do that, though. A lot of
Yeah.
people can't do that.
But, a lot of the time it does build into my own new and growing character.
Mhm.
And, with that, the biggest thing I've been preaching now is, reserving yourself and finding that reserve, because within that reserve is some reason. And once you can start with reason, you can start moving up from there. So I always tell people, you don't always have to say this. Reserve yourself. You don't always have to put this out there so early. Reserve it. Take your time to recognize what you're putting out, and how is it affecting the life? Because everybody's living their life, but everything in this universe is living the life. Even stars, planets, all that have lifetimes. This is the life. It's ever gone. It's gonna be here before us, after us, forever. And so, you really have to recognize where your mindsets and your thoughts are coming from. So it'll be times I'm talking to myself in the mirror. I'm just washing my face, thinking my thoughts, doing my little brain thing, whatever my human body be coming up with. And I'm like, why did I just think that? And like I was in the shower, right? You know, I was like, oh, my family, we finna go on this cabin trip, right? And I was like, yo, that's so dope. And then in my head, I'm just like, washing my body, doing my thing, singing my who I was listening to. I think it was some Gunna, bro. It was some Gunna or some Saw Baby.
Free
It was
Surge.
something nice.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
nah, it was that Brandy twin. I had on that Angel in Disguise. I had on that Angel in
Yeah, for
Disguise.
sure,
It was
for
that Brandy, and I was listening to it. And I was like, dang, I'm gonna be on this cabin trip. I'm not gonna be able to get no hours at work. I'm like, dang, bro, I don't even want to go on this cabin trip no more, bro. And I'm like, how am I gonna blame my, family for the lack of hours I'm getting at work, And so my mind, went through the process. The cabin trip is preventing you from getting hours at work. And I blame that on my family. And I had to really realize like that's a depressive thought. That's thinking, within your own self, you know.
But a lot of people don't know how to recognize that. They don't know how to recognize their own thoughts, or when you're thinking some things, they internalize it. I mean, of course,
Mhm.
your thoughts are like your thoughts and they're already
Yeah.
within you, but I don't know how to explain it. They're literally consuming or letting their thoughts consume them.
No, girl, I feel it. Cause look, when I tell you, it's been a journey just like trying to break down the human ego. Cause, the subconscious is just that, the subconscious is just that, the subconscious, your own internal thoughts when you're just monologuing to yourself, just thinking. And so I'm constantly breaking down what I'm thinking about or trying and attempting to, because we have that human perception. It's not always on my mind to critique this about myself, work better on this about myself. But when I do notice it, I make sure to pay attention and, actually put energy towards correcting that behavior and what's it called? Constructing a newer and better and more appreciative behavior that appreciates more from the universe so it can receive more from the universe. Because everything you're putting out there is just what you're gonna get back in. And so, that's why along, in my journey, I am so confident in what I am putting out and unwavering in the fact that, and just unshaken by not necessarily criticism, but the toxins that come from the unenlightened and the what's it called, the unreserved. You know, they aren't considering what they're putting out is, or how it could affect you. It's up to you for how you let it get into you, but it's also on the exuder to notice and recognize what they're putting out. And so that's why I'm so unshaken and unwilling to, well, not necessarily unwilling, because I want to say unwilling. I hate saying that because I'm always going to be willing to some change. Like I could never the perfect being, right? I mean, right now, I'll be having it all. I got my swag. I got my business. I got the Sandbox. I got RTW. Man, I'm having photo shoots. Man, I'm playing in commercials. You feel me? Like, it's really easy to get caught up in it and feel like can't nobody touch me. But bro, like it's so easy to be easily stirred and shaken. So humility and just being reserved and listening to yourself is so important, because when you start, getting caught up in what you putting out, and you're like, oh, I'm putting out the bomb.com.
Nah, but don't ever you can't lose sight of being something more than what it is right
Yeah.
now.
And so
you can't be complacent.
When you putting that out, I always make sure when I get, too into putting it out, I gotta come back in sometimes.
That's real.
Like I'll recognize myself, like, I'll recognize past mannerisms, and I'm like, nope, gotta come back. Let me do some more shadow work. Let me journal some more. Let me talk to myself more. Because something continue on this path is shaky. It's like it doesn't feel right. That what just happened felt uncanny. It didn't feel, what's it called? What's the word? Respectful to the universe. How I put it out. So at times I'll take my own breaks, do my own things. And I really learned with RTW, my business, before anything, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Like, as an artist, a lot of the time, like I have a vision, it'll come to my head, boom. I'm like, yo, that's gonna snap.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about how that's going. I didn't even perceive. My brain didn't perceive the time it would take.
Diamonds are made with pressure and time.
And so, as an artist, and as artist, or entrepreneur, whatever you're creating, if you are a creator, you have to get out of the mindset of, putting it out on another's time. Because,
It'll mess you
time,
up.
humans, people be like, time is an illusion, blah, blah, blah. No, time is prevalent in everything.
I
Universe,
just think it's relative.
space. It's definitely relative because of perception, but time is linear. The physical time is linear. Like breaking it up in 1 second into 1 second, the 1 second definition is forever and eternal. That's what I'm saying. But the early or late concept is completely human. And we have to recognize that we've only been here 2,000, plus years actually making conscious decisions toward the earth. You feel me? And so I just lost my train of thought because I started focusing on you talking.
You were so in the
I
zone.
think we all did the same
And I was
thing.
just
You were
like,
so in the zone.
I would just what you were saying. I just connected with so much because
Yeah.
I've been there, and it's just
Especially with the shadow work. Shadow
Yeah,
work is
but-
so
God.
Nah,
taxing.
you know what? I got it. I'm sorry to cut y'all off.
No, continue.
no, go
Yeah,
ahead.
the early or late concept is completely human in the sense that humans, the second they're born, they have to immediately learn from other humans. So obviously,
Imitation.
imitation, and when you're learning from others, you're learning that
Conforming, assimilation.
it's conforming, it's assimilation, but you're also subconsciously learning that everything is deeper than you, when in fact it's not. And it's kind of weird that they try to start off with, okay, listen to these people, these people know what's right for you, blah blah blah, and then as you get older, they're like, okay, now try to come into your own, do your own thing, when we should have been nurturing the individual from birth.
Mm-hmm.
We should have been, recognizing certain mannerisms in children that can be cultivated and nurtured into what we call intelligence and giftedness, because children drawing on walls, that is completely just expression. Kids playing with Legos, that is just creation. And, we have to recognize these mannerisms that I said before and, attribute the reason to them. And so it's so much, and I'm just saying it's so much easier to do that at a younger age.
Yeah.
And I just
it would be
feel
older because you've already grown and everybody is
You've already been trained.
Yeah, you've
Been
already been
subdued. It's too
trained.
late.
you've already assimilated into, the connected
Societal
consciousness.
norms.
You're within the society.
Yeah.
But
you
even
know.
with being within the society, I think that you can break from it, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. I feel like
Yeah.
I meant to tell you, I meant to say mid your conversation. I am proud of you, and I like the fact that you've changed and that you've grown and how passionate you are about RTW, and even just like the podcast or the people that you're around. I do appreciate the fact that you are growing, and I appreciate the fact that you've allowed me to be around. I haven't been around, but to be around you while you're growing, because it makes me want to grow more. It makes me
Mhm.
want to, I don't know, learn myself more, because I am very self-conscious and I do work on myself often,
Mhm.
but I don't think that I've worked on myself to the extent that you have, and not to compare our
No, of course.
yeah, not to
Journeys.
compare, but just to acknowledge that you're doing things that I want to do, and I do want to
You want to see a better future for yourself.
yeah, I want to see a better future for myself, but I do see a great future for you as well.
Thank you.
And that's
Yeah,
a
I'm proud of your
beautiful thing.
growth.
Yeah, I
Thank
am.
you. Thank you, bro. It's crazy hearing that because, I'll be at home and my home is so interesting because I feel like I can't compare it to anybody else's home life experience. Just to give y'all a few words, my family is very spiritual. I'm talking about when I was 5, mom would be like, "Oh yeah, reincarnation, that's a whole thing. Manifestation, intention, yeah, baby, just use your
They
energy,
spew it out
use your
in
At
power.
5,
Energy never dies. Humans never die. We're all just gonna go to the next realm." I was like, "Girl, what the fuck?"
did
are
you have a
talking
book
about?
that said my first
I was like-
meditation? Did you have a book that said my first meditation?
No.
That sounds.
I had a book that showed girls' puberty though that my sister had.
Oh, let's see. Wait.
American Girl
Wait.
book.
That John, bro. I'm not gonna cap.
No.
Cause like as a kid, I was like,
You're done.
This is
You're done.
He's done, definitely.
I be keeping it.
I just want to say,
I be keeping it 100. But look, back to the original topic. Y'all know I keep it 100. What was you gonna say, Aisha?
oh, I mean, in terms of like your spiritual growth and your own personal journey, I think it's very beneficial that when you do kind of like reel back in and look within yourself, like, oh, what am I doing wrong? Like, what could I have done better? What can I grow from?
Mm-hmm.
It's so much easier when you have people around you that are on the same journey or that are already there, because if not, you get sucked in kind of like a vortex, you know, and then it stunts your own growth.
You know,
Right.
I can definitely segue off of here and answer a lot of people questions, and the question is that, you know, where are you? You know, why haven't you been talking to me? You know, like you don't even hug me anymore. Like all this, and it's, you know, I had to take a step back and recognize y'all are my community, and not to say, you know, I wanted to distance myself from y'all, but I needed to, and I had to come back and recognize that if I am talking to all these people, FaceTiming all these people, you know, what's it called, hanging out with all these people,
Where's the time for yourself?
not even where's the time for myself, but, you know,
Like, what are they really doing for you? Are they building you up? Is that what you're trying to say?
on that track, but, you know, how is their psyche affecting my psyche?
Yeah.
How
is- Okay,
And
now
energy
how-
feeds,
okay.
it feeds, it expands.
How is what they find important affecting what I believe to be important? And how can I avoid, you know,
Making
oh no, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying, making what they find important more important than the things that you find important.
Or like, you know, as I said, assimilating, you know, because it'll be times, you know, I'm not gonna cap. If you really know me, then you know I'll slick be knowing everybody, like, or everybody be knowing me, and it's just like it's so easy to just come talk to me because like I'll just be right there, and I'm a very attracting person, not in the sense that I'm just attractive, but like
I know
I
what you
attract
mean. Yeah.
people towards me,
Right.
you know,
That's so real.
with what I put out, it gives back in the same energy. So people always come up to me like, and they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, bro, I got this business, you know, going on." I'm like, "Yo, can I get your help?" And I'm like, "Sure, man, just DM me on Instagram." You know, I'm always down to help. You know, support Black businesses. Like, oh, shout out Never Too Risky, but
Shout out Never Too Risky.
shout out to my boy, shout out my boy.
FSO, Generation Me.
Man, shout out all that, man. Bonnet
Shout out.
Boys, man.
Man, shout out to man. Don't let me get to talking about Bonnet Boys.
Hey, look.
Don't-
We gonna talk about Bonnet Boys.
don't let me get to
talk
talk about Bonnet
We gonna talk
Boys.
about Bonnet Boys, but you know, where was I? Oh yeah, people just be coming up to me, you know. So that's been all my life, you know. That's just how I've assimilated this just large knowing of people, and it stems from the fact I like to talk to people, and I love to talk. Like right now, I feel like I'm in my zone, and I'm delivering and exuding what I need to be to the universe. You know, I'm putting out what I feel is important to the people that I feel like it needs to go to. So that's why I feel like I'm able to, you know, flow effortlessly because this is coming from a genuine place. And so, but when, as I said before, you know, I'll start to see why is it not feeling genuine? You know, why is it not feeling right? Why is it feeling like it's making me empty? Why is it making my stomach hurt? You know, and I took a step back and I looked at who I was hanging around with, and you know how they act, where their mannerisms stem from. You know, use some of my past insight within my own self. You know, what I learned from my own ego, what I learned from my own mannerisms, and I was like, I don't want that for him. And you know, when I journal, I always talk about, you know, my future self as him because I don't want to define them. I want him to be everything he wants to be. So I'm always like, oh no, he don't deserve that.
Yeah.
You know, he wouldn't go for that, you know. And of course, you know, you got to talk different with the environment you're in. So, you know, journaling, that's your true self.
That is your
Yes.
true
That's your
self.
true
That
self.
is your true self.
I didn't even think I would get into journaling.
No,
I was
journaling is
Telling you,
like-
it's
telling
the
you, it's good for the
best
soul,
thing for
girl.
you.
Journaling
It's
is literally
so
chicken
good.
soup for the soul.
Can I say something?
Of course, girl.
Okay, so I didn't have I wouldn't call it a recent falling out, but I kind of like detached myself from a person recently, and I typed in my notes, and I realized that I typed like close to 2,000 words just writing and writing and writing and writing. And then I realized that like when you talked about like the person and the energy and how they make me feel, every time I would get around them, I got this really, really hot feeling. Like I was like every time I thought about something, it's always bad. It was never positive. It was never, they never made me feel,
They never exuded good
they
energy
never
around you.
exuded good energy. And then I was talking to them with myself, and I'm like, you don't want to change, and I want to change, but I want you around, and I want you to change, but I can't want you to change more than you want to. And
Mhm.
I don't know, you just talking about journaling, I was typing in my notes, but I still feel like that's a form of journaling or expressing.
It is.
It is.
And I don't know, just talking about it makes me want to let them go now. And letting them go isn't necessarily bad, but I feel like with me doing that, it would help me grow as a person,
You'll
because I feel like,
My bad, I cut you off.
no, because right now I feel like something is holding me back, but I don't necessarily feel like I do feel like it's myself, but I don't feel
Mhm.
like it's myself
Let
necessarily.
me. You know what that is?
What is
That's that subconscious.
it?
You're subconsciously apprehensive, and due to certain mannerisms, and you need to find out why.
Mhm.
And
'Cause your body knows.
that's the
Yeah.
path.
Body
You
knows.
you recognize it in your subconscious when you know something is of you, but it feels like this isn't me. This isn't the me right now. This doesn't feel right.
Mhm.
It stemmed from something. It birthed from you. You know, it's
Mhm.
your child. It may not be you where you are right now.
Yeah.
You would have passed 2 years ago, 3, 4 years ago. You know,
Yeah.
but
But it
you
was
you
once me.
learned
Yeah.
that for a reason, and it was
Mhm.
important. You know, it was a learned behavior, and you've been using and utilizing it up until now. But now it's not serving you,
Mhm.
so it doesn't feel like it's you.
Mhm.
So you have to see where that mannerism is stemming from. And a lot of the times, like one thing I learned, you know, I'll be really apprehensive to, take away someone's what I feel could be someone's potential. You know, like I'll be talking to somebody, it's going good, but in my spirit, I'm like, or I'll see something, they'll do something I don't like, right? And I'm in my spirit, I'm like, that's just a no-go. Like,
Mhm.
but I'll keep giving them the benefit of the doubt. And I'm like, but I'll just keep falling off. And my spirit's falling off, it's
Mhm.
falling out of that. Because
Mhm.
it know that's not gonna serve it. And it's not where I need to be at the moment. And so a lot of times it will ruin relationships, but I need to recognize those feelings and respect them in the time they're given. And it stemmed from a mannerism of, feeling that I'm not gonna have a person after this. I have to have this. Like it's not gonna be after this.
Mhm.
You feel me? Like I haven't had something like this that's good in a while. They have so much potential. Like I can see it going so
I hate that.
far.
I hate that.
I don't
so
want to give
much.
up, but it's
Mhm.
like where I'm at right now, Aden, giving up on what does not serve you has pushed you so far. And it's just you've learned even more about yourself and what does serve you. So, while we're so caught up in, our old mannerisms and our hidden ego and subconscious, we can't go forward, and we're trying. We're trying so hard. We're like, bro, it's right there. What are you talking about? Like, I literally see that for myself. Like, I'm literally right there. And and we know what it is. That'd be the problem. Like, we be knowing what's holding us back for real. It just be feeling like, how do I solve that?
How
That's
do I
me.
solve
That's
that?
me. Like,
But without,
yeah.
it's not that I don't want to feel pain, because sometimes I feel like you need to feel some type of pain in order to continue with whatever you're doing. I feel like even with failure and success and stuff like that, you have to fail to succeed. And failing, I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like everyone fails, and how we perceive failure is like, I don't know.
You have to learn to take
How you
failure in
perceive
stride.
failure is definitely
Well,
how you perceive failure is definitely how your route to success is displayed,
Yeah.
And built out for you. Because if you're perceiving your
I
failures
agree.
as, oh, okay, this was just a lesson,
Yeah.
you going with it. You going with that knowledge. Go back on your
Problem I
path.
have.
And then shoot, you might get you a win right here. It might get you like 2, 3 more losses right there. But
Yeah.
your path is congruent, and you're, appreciating your successes, appreciating your losses. You're just appreciative. You're living the life.
Mhm.
And this is your life, and they're your mistakes, your wins, and you should respect them all because it's you, as you should respect yourself. Because beating yourself up for your failures is just gonna build a bad habit, and then you're just gonna catch yourself still beating yourself up for your failure 4 years later, and you're gonna be like one day you're gonna be surrounded by a group of people, and they're gonna call you out like, bro, why are you talking to yourself like that? And you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's something that you've gotten used to.
Mm-hmm. And then you feel it's not you, and that's how it happens. And so that's why it's just so important to start reserving yourself and carefully build good habits
Yeah.
and recognize what is not serving you.
Aden, if you ever decide to have children, your children are gonna come out. They're gonna come out like so amazing. And I'm not even saying, I'm saying this being like so serious. We don't have parents that talk to.
My bad.
Oh,
Mic stuff.
This man.
oh, it's okay. You don't have I know my mom does, but we don't have parents that identify their issues, and since they haven't identified their issues, they're placing them onto us subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you've grown. Like I've already said, we've all said you've grown.
Growing.
You're growing, and I feel like if you do decide to have children, or if you do decide to adopt or
I
whatever,
want 4.
You want 4?
And the girls are gonna be named Oya, and the boys are gonna be named Aden.
I don't know if I'm ready to be Uncle Jared. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Them kids gonna be feisty.
You know I don't like kids.
Beautiful, intelligent, and everything in
Yeah.
between.
I'm gonna drop them off at the zoo
At
Bro,
the
and just
zoo.
leave them there.
They gonna start riding the animals.
They go.
That's so
That,
They
that's
gonna start,
real.
one of them gonna be taming the animals. One of them gonna be riding them. One of them gonna be trying to learn their language, bro. Like
That's real though.
my kids, bro.
No way. I'm gonna make a point off of that. Not to the children talking about. Well, no. I'll play into that. You were saying your kids would be riding animals, learning to speak
Learning
to
their
them.
language.
Yeah.
But as a society, we champion things that seem out of the ordinary, but will make sense in the moment. For the sense,
Mhm.
we don't champion that. We don't champion free belief.
Mm.
We speak of freedom of speech and doing all of these things for our community so we can be more comfortable with one another, but we don't champion that.
Mhm.
We don't practice what we preach, so to speak.
Going back into, because I'm gonna be picking up from different tangents off, because I already know in my head exactly what I'm gonna say. on the
I'm
podcast.
ready to go right now.
Oh yeah, but going back to what I said about cultivating the individual. When we're born, the first thing we're shown is that it's deeper than us. It's about other people, and the truth is that people are individual down to the T. Whether you feel like they're their own person, they're assimilating. People are born individual. People are born with their own personalities, born with their, but it takes condemnation, it takes, recluse, it takes insecurities to really,
build a person. No,
not even build a person, take a person away from their own individuality. People only want to be like other people because they feel themselves are not right. And why do they feel that way? Condemnation, recluse, and insecurity. And so we have to start cultivating the individual's beliefs and respecting it. Of course, respecting ourselves. Like, if you got a kid drawn on your wall, be like, I'm going to put this little spot in a box where you drew on my wall. I'll frame it right here. Don't draw on the wall again. I'm going to get you some poster boards and color boards.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate my walls being drawn on, but I love that you made this project and you worked on this and you took your time. Because that was just an impulse. That was a creative impulse.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And, but we don't respect it. So we feel like this isn't within the realm of what should be done. So they say, this isn't supposed to be done. And, of course, as a community and as a humanity, we have to be respecting the individual, respecting what the individual respects, and of course, respecting what we respect at the same time. But there is homeostasis and what's he called? Trust in it all, that we can respect all that, because respecting the individual just goes back down to, of course, pain, most people are feeling pain. If you're not feeling pain, I guess you just can't relate.
Mm-hmm.
But most people, all people need to eat and all people need to drink. So respecting those three would eliminate most, if not all, of the assimilation and the lack of individuality. You know, oh, you're gonna hear me? All right, for sure. Because that pain, whether it be, emptiness, rage, depression, whatever the pain may be, it stemmed from something, something, whether it be internal stimuli from insecurity, external stimuli from, physically being hurt or, someone's toxin seeping into you. But that assimilation could all be dissolved just through caring for one another, through empathy, and respecting the individual regardless of age. A lot of the time, adults feel that they've learned, they're on their right path and, they deserve their respect, which of course is true. You've been living here way longer than me, probably know more than me, you've seen more of the world than me. You've literally physically seen more of the world than me, since I've been here. But why is my respect any more undeserved? Why do my feelings deserve to be any less cared for? And so a lot of the times that definitely like gets me in trouble at home. Like if I feel it's not right, I'm not going for it. Like mom, sister, brother, all that. And it be getting me in trouble, and I be having to step back into my own lane sometimes and realize that's not right. But that's really helped me realize what's not right. Being myself and being the individual that I know myself to be. And so when you're doing that, being your individual self and really being that genuine person, taking your time, reserving yourself and respecting you and others, bro, you got it. Oh yeah. Oh, you gotta leave? No, get some final words.
Hello guys, it's me again.
Mr. Static Girl.
I'm so sorry. It's me.
I'm just messing with you.
I enjoyed the episode of today. I enjoyed most of the episodes, but this one really did hit home for me. I am growing and working on myself as well, and like I said, this did hit home for me due to like me changing or at least trying to change and working on my artwork and coming up with different projects and stuff. So, yeah, I think that's
Okay,
that's all.
Before you go, I did want to preview all. Damn, you get that static going through. Like, I'm gonna drop some. I thought I was going in now. I got this unreleased RTW poem that's coming out in this commercial in December. So I'm gonna preview it for y'all. So listen, the name is Jared already heard it. A few words.
It's so nice.
A few words, huh? A boy like me could give you more than a few. 2 bluebirds, 2 white doves, huh? Wings together, flaps in unison, rifles shivering straight. Me and murder, a boy and a gun, huh? North and south, forward or back, and what does it even matter to be early or late? Time and fear left you checking the watch till burn. Present made past, early made days, and just missed your desirable fate. A few words, I gave you a slew, revealed truth, secrets, and what one may do. In face of the asinine, nestled in front of unsightly mouths. She not an attuned ear, but unwavering eyes. Building a new reserved tongue. For knowing in a still heart, undeniable, love, compassion, and empathy. Nurture unwavering eyes that reveal hidden scars. Just to clear an ear, tune out to lies. The projection from trauma seeps deep. Though please reserve your tongue and hold your fire. Her world rests in what comes next.
No, that didn't eat, and I love how you project it. All right, y'all, I'm going.
The lovely Miss Ashaki. Woo!
That's my favorite.
All right, let's get her out of here.
Eryn, you kind of quiet over there. Curl, come hop in the seat.
Yeah, come hop in this seat, girl.
Oh my goodness. I will say, just to circle back, I feel like in terms of
Ashaki climbing under the cameras is absolutely hilarious.
Y'all wish y'all had this visual. It is hilarious.
Cause this girl is like 5'2". Bro, when we get that home set up, bro,
Man,
When we get that home set up, it's up, bro. It's up. They're not even ready for that. They're not even ready for 4 pots 20.
Okay, so now that we're all settled, I just want to say in terms of like my own self growth, it does get a little rocky sometimes. So with the shadow work and all of that, once you kind of like wake up and realize like, oh my God, what happened? I've grown. I'm different. You know, you look back on old pictures and you can't even recognize yourself.
Yeah.
No, let me tell you something right quick. Like, bro, when I be telling folks, like, you know, when they down in the dumps and they feeling like, you know, they just not doing like nothing but all that effort, and I'm seeing all that effort. I'm like, bro, I'll just tell you right now, the you from 2 months ago wouldn't even believe where they at right now. You know,
Exactly.
The you from 2 years ago would be crying.
Oh,
Exactly.
Thinking
let's
about
get
where
to talk
you
about
are.
2 years ago real quick.
Listen.
What's up, man? Let me have my time to shine.
Nah.
have my
Go
time
ahead,
to
to it.
shine.
Go ahead. Let them know.
All right, so look, I'm gonna put y'all down on this Bonding Boys stuff real quick. So, starting through quarantine, Bonding Boys was just something I was running around spewing out like, oh yeah, I'm a Bonding Boy. This, that, and the third, this, that, and the
Yeah.
third. But
Being that individual.
it became so much more than that because I say it all the time, and it's like a motto for what we stand for. The Bonding Boys, it was never a wave, it was a movement, more so to speak, because we were just outcasts, so to speak, and we were just doing things that felt genuine to us and real, and people didn't really understand that. So we were really ostracized for the most part, but we came together as a collective and just started forging all of that coal into something beautiful, making it more diamonds, like I was saying earlier. So, and in turn, like you said with RTW, it turned into something beautiful, which say something like the opium tapes, which gave people more so of even an outlet just of self-expression, the opium tapes. But even before the opium tapes, we had the Unknown Entities podcast, and just to see,
I was waiting for you to bring that up.
man, the Unknown Entities podcast studied something. Just, it was a good stepping stone because going back and looking out on those episodes, we were just real, I wouldn't say pretentious, but we were just like, we thought we knew a lot of stuff and just came in on the time like, oh yeah, we're going to come in and do this podcast, just talk for X, Y, and Z amount of time. And it could have been so much better, and it just needed to be molded. We had this mindset coming in. It's just like, nah.
You can't come in with no vanity. That's not genuine.
That's what I'm saying. I came in with like, you know what? I know how to do this, and I'm gonna come in and do what I gotta do. And I look back on it now and cringe, but I'm like, I'm glad I went through that because look where we are now. We're more refined. We have a solid team.
We're working, we're growing, we're learning. Even like every episode, we're learning, man. Like, and that's just so huge. Learning from not even your failures, just everything, bro. Like learning from, you know, the moves you're making.
Man, what?
Learn from your wins, learn from your losses.
What's your take on this, Eryn?
Nah, our whole motif. Before we even just getting her take, recognize this woman is a multifaceted artist,
Oh my goodness.
singer, dancer.
Future mogul in the making right here.
Look.
This your next Diddy, y'all. I'm telling you.
The next Chris Break, next Breezy.
I'm really just sitting here listening to all the stuff y'all saying. And like being, which y'all just explained, being an artist and stuff, like I'm always busy. I'm always booked, never have time to do nothing, you know what I'm saying? But like, y'all are, bro, y'all some deep people, bro. Like y'all are deep. Like y'all come to senses with y'all soul, with y'all spirit and everything. And when I was sitting in the stool over there just listening before I came over here,
Yeah.
I was just like, dang, bro. Like I never even really have time to come to terms with my own, who I am as a person and stuff. I'm always on go. And I was just sitting here and I'm just like, dang, am I even like self-aware? Because I'm just like that. I don't be like, dang, I made a mistake.
Thinking about that is the first step, though.
Yeah, like
That's the first step. Like when you get out of your comfort zone and realize, hold on, I might not be my best self. Let me see what my best self will look like. And then you get motivated. You're like, bro, every day you're trying to get there. I need this for him. I need this for her. You know, going back to talking about yourself and journaling, you start journaling, you start speaking out what you need for yourself. And, you get out of you get into your subconscious and you hear what, the back of your head wants for you and what the back of your head thinks about you.
I had
And,
experience with that.
we're the only people hearing it. So we're the only people proxy, so we could only give one opinion of what we're saying, which is our own. And so, when you get out of that mindset that maybe everything I do isn't right, maybe everything I do isn't what's best serving for me, even what I think is, you really start to question your behaviorism, and it propels you so much forward. Like, it's like a whole, like, even building that foundation, you're already leagues above people. Building that, that spiritual foundation, and like starting to learn yourself so that you can nurture yourself. Bro.
Yeah. Y'all deep.
It's just.
But it's a good deep.
No,
go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good deep, because like I always thought, like, people who be going thinking about all that, not always thought, but the past me, I was like, all the people that be into that spiritual stuff and coming to terms with their emotions and stuff, they just be doing too much. Like, they just be overthinking, causing unnecessary thoughts. But like the way y'all put it in a whole new narrative for me, because I still am an overthinker. And so that's why another reason I like to stay booked and busy, because when you stay like that, you don't have no time to think.
Yeah.
And so, like, a lot of times I be up at night or just like in the shower, or when I do have time to think, time to do nothing but think, I be thinking like overthinking, and I hate overthinking.
Oh, no, not sorry to interrupt you, but it's hilarious. Not to like, my sister be doing this, but not to just like read you, but that's actually a depressive mannerism. That kind of dissociation to get away from your own thoughts. Something to stay busy with. That's why a lot of time, when we're in the shower and we don't have anything to keep us busy, or we're late at night and we're just alone with our thoughts, we do get kind of scared, and like, that's what I was saying. Like, I would be working for 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day on a pair of jeans because I didn't want to face my own thoughts. They scared me. I was afraid of them. They just didn't feel like anything. It just felt like nothing. It just felt like mindless thoughts. Nothing was there. But when I was working, that's all I could think about. So, I would work like 40, 45 hours a week at a part-time job. Like, I'm 14, 15, working like 45 hours a week. And, it cultivated my, work habits now. Because now I can work like, I'm working. But, it's serving me. I'm working within my own realms and within my own time. And, still, attributing time to myself. But, overworking yourself and overbooking yourself to kind of dissociate and get away from, your own thoughts, it is a depressive mannerism, and it comes from a depressive mind, running away from your thoughts. Not to say like, bro, humans get depressed. That's just a human thing, Don't be too, afraid of that. Like, you're gonna be depressed. Like, but depression builds growth. When you can really recognize, I need to bring myself out of this, you can do, and you're gonna be able to do it time and time again. Cause it's gonna be one time you're gonna think you're never gonna get out of it. You're gonna come out that, bro, you doing better than all these folks out here. You're not even dealing with them trivial problems no more. That's a chip off your shoulder. Like, you brush that off. But folks over there, they still struggling on that. So it's like, you can try to run, but it's still in the back of your head and it's waiting for you. Every day you come home, it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you. Because it's you. And, as I said before, it used to serve you. But, it's not serving you anymore, so you're running from it, And that's what I mean by like the depressive mannerism.
Dang. That's crazy, because I used to be like, oh, my bad. I used to be so depressed and stuff. I think it was my junior year and stuff. But like now, I wouldn't say I stay busy to get away from my thoughts, because what I do, I love what I do. So it's not necessarily me trying to run from myself, but just, following my passion, chasing my dreams type beat. And so, but I see what you were saying, because that definitely used to be me. And like, when you was talking about how it's gonna be a time where you're gonna be really down, you're gonna think it's something you can.
Told you that's that against you.
Oh. Oh, I'm touching it.
How her little legs touching the cables?
Don't do me. Yeah, I've definitely experienced that, a time you thought you was never gonna come out of, but and you overcome it, and it's like, well, dang, I could overcome anything now. And I feel like that's really why I'm on grind now with everything I do and just becoming so successful with everything now. Like, that's deep. But, like, y'all are like an attractive deep, like not a runaway deep.
Repulsive deep.
Repulsive deep is wicked.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna cap
I thought there
people.
was just one definition, but
Well, no, there is a repulsive deep. When you're not putting it out genuinely, people don't want to hear it.
Like
People
being pretentious about it.
pretentious about it. Because I know a lot of people that claim they're spiritual. They claim they're in tune with themselves and their spirit, and the way they put it out is completely vain and it's completely pretentious.
I agree.
They're putting it out in the sense that because they are this way and this in tune with their spirit, they're above you, and you should give them proxy. You should listen to them, and they feel offended when you're not. And that's not what it's about. It's about coming into tune with yourself for yourself. Me, I could care less or not if you finna listen to what I gotta say, but I know what I'm saying is real, so I'm gonna say it.
Hello.
Facts.
I'm just agreeing with you.
Facts. But nah, like I really agree with you saying, Eryn. You on your grind time, man. But yeah, definitely come back, start journaling, twin. Just start journaling.
I'm definitely gonna be back.
Yeah,
I'm
that
glad.
Start
notes
today.
app
I'm
become
telling
your best
you.
friend.
I'm glad.
Pick that one note up just to be like, "What's up, Eryn? How you doing today?"
Yeah, just talk to yourself.
Literally,
That's
just
what I
like
do.
I feel like I'm gonna give a tip to all the aspiring journalists out there. Just start off with, "Hey, my name." Just start off with that, and just like until you're comfortable to just pick up that phone and just start talking to yourself. Just start off with, "Hey, my name." Because you really gotta imagine yourself in front of yourself, and then you start seeing, "Yo, I have the power to be this person." If I can imagine him, if I can imagine myself right now, or I could and like actually constructively work on him. Imagine where I'm gonna be at in 5 years, 10 years.
That's why on top of like my journaling, I send an email to myself every year. So my aspirations, what happened, all of that. Like I kind of like update like future me. If
No,
that
that's
makes
so
sense. So I do
fine.
that like every single year.
I'm
now.
adding that to my itinerary.
It's so great. I think I cried last time, and I'm really excited for this one because I'm turning 18 is such a good milestone. And then this year, on top of the one for like when I turn 19, I'm gonna write one for when I graduate college. So
Yo,
I don't know. It's a great thing to do, especially when you're writing and reflecting. It gets emotional, but I think you reflect on a deeper level than when you're actually like just regularly journaling because a lot can happen in a year.
No, and going back onto the topic of that perception aspect, a lot of the times we can dissociate, parts out of the day or the month or even the year, and so really hearing or like, I'll remember a memory and I'm like, yo, that really did happen and that really did affect me in that way. And for me to be standing here right now, just flourishing and just not even affected by what used to just stifle and literally debilitate me is so empowering.
I agree.
And it just excites me for my future.
Because that's when you really see the growth.
And you're like, yo, I was really out here just free wilding out here, just like, bro, I thought I was living. Now, bro, I'm excited to live. Like I'm excited to get out each day.
That's the hard part about working on yourself though, is because when you're in like, I don't want to say a darker place, but like a less productive place, you get tunnel vision, but you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like you're just clawing around for nothing, like you're drowning or something. So I feel like that's when working on yourself becomes the hardest because what are you aiming for? You don't know what you're aiming for. So I think that later on when you look back and you realize like, whoa, like I got somewhere when I thought I wouldn't or when I thought I wouldn't get out of it. It's just so uplifting, and it makes you want to work harder and be better.
And through those dark times, hey, shout out to episode 3, Spiritual and Religion. Keep that faith. That's all that's going to keep you through that tunnel to the other side. Faith that you know for a fact is an end to that tunnel, and on the other side is the light. That's all it is. And, bro, I'll be going through like 2-3 weeks. I'm like, bro, I can't draw nothing. I'm not in the mood, bro. I feel like, bro, I ain't showered in days. Like, bro, it's not my time. Like, it's not my week. It's not my month. But I'm just like, bro, just draw something, Who are you to tell yourself what you can't do, Who are you to say you can't pick this pencil up, and I'll just pick the pencil up and I'll just start. And I'm like, bro, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. And I'm just speaking to myself out loud, like, Aden, just keep drawing. And I made one of my best drawings yet. And I made that poem that day during that depressive episode.
Amen.
I think you're your own, like you're your best motivator, because if you're putting yourself down and other people are putting you down, where else are you gonna go but down? But when you're putting yourself up and you know what you're capable of, nobody can tell you anything. You know what I
And you
mean?
get away from them people that are putting you down.
Exactly. Because people are just cesspools sometimes.
Mhm.
So I just feel like even if you don't truly believe in yourself, just keep telling yourself that until you do believe
Keep
it.
telling yourself, cause like, bro, I'm not gonna cap.
Can't stay motivated, stay consistent.
Hey,
Amen
what
to
I
that.
hey,
The full circle moment.
who said that one though? Who said that one though?
Mr. Sandbox. Mr. Sandbox.
Mr. Sandbox, Mr. RTW, Mr. Mate.
Himself.
Yes, sir. But listen, I just want to, finish the pod off because, this one cutting a little long, but, that's what's up. Season finale, man. We can do what we want to, man. We got 7 episodes out, man. We low-key balling. But, don't get too vain, but, keep humble. But Sandbox is, is deeper than the podcast. Sandbox, the name, I mentioned this in episode 1, but the name actually comes from my childhood best friend, Naila. And I got it from, let me put a picture up because I know y'all gonna want to see the picture. And I got it from,
What you talking about now, gang?
the Sandbox. And I was like, you know what? The Sandbox, the chemistry, the people I'm gonna have on this podcast, I would consider them from the Sandbox and from the same cloth as me. And I consider them the people I want to grow alongside and, bring future people alongside with and cultivate and nurture what they believe to be important. Because Sandbox, it's deeper than what we have now. Sandbox is for everyone. Sandbox is for the people who were like me, they're just in their room all day painting their jeans, they think, bro, I can never start a business, this is like my side hobby, I can never do that. Or the people on their phones, they're just recording everything they're doing in their life, like, bro, I want to make a film. And like, they're just like, and they're just going like through the path, just by themselves or like, 1, 2 other friends. And they're struggling through it, but they want it so bad. So they struggle like every day. Maybe they take a month off because, bro, they burned out, but they're back at it the next month, bro. And, bro, they're talking about it. They're thinking about it. They're writing about it. Sandbox is for those creators, those artists, those designers, those rappers, those dancers, those singers, those songwriters, those photographers, those videographers, those aspiring to be something. Come into the Sandbox and let us help you. Let us show you that there is a place for those who believe they can be something. There is a place for those who believe there is something bigger than themselves. There is a place for those who believe they can help someone that is not just themselves. There is a place for those that believe they can't even help themselves. This is a place for those that just want some help. Whether that be shoot my business, shoot, I'm just trying to learn how to like film, shoot, I'm trying to learn how to edit, shoot, I'm just trying to come on here and talk, man. Just say what's up, you feel me? It's just a place, man, like where we can congregate and build chemistry. Obviously, no cap. If you got bad energy, you're not coming in here. That's it. That like I feel like that's a given. Like that don't need to be said. Like one thing about me, you're not finna.
Yeah, we don't
You're not
let
gonna
everybody into
You're not gonna throw the
You're not
vibrations
gonna
off in
come
my
in here
space.
in
Look,
my aura.
you're not gonna come
do
into
that.
my
Nah.
house, start lowering my vibrations. Right? I cultivated this Sandbox, but nah. I was just talking to my freshman in my freshman class today. He was like, "Yeah,
Post a picture.
oh, my fault." He was like, "Bro, yeah, bro. It was like, you got a brand?" I was like, "You talking to him?" He was like, "No, I'm talking to you." I was like, "Yeah, I got a brand. I thought you knew that." But he was like, "Yeah, man, I really do want to start a brand." I was like, "Bro, I got the Sandbox, bro. Come, come talk to me, bro. DM me on my page. I got designer friends. I got manufacturers, bro. Like we can work. You feel me? And bro, I can help. Like that's just I'm ready to just say I can help, bro. Like take some of that stress off of the the me I see in people. Cause bro, I remember just being like, I can't do it no more, bro. Like I just can't. And I had to keep going, you know. And I don't want it to just have to be it is what it is. And I don't want to have to see, my artists give up. And I hate hearing people be like, "Oh, bro, you're such a great artist. I wish I kept drawing." And I'm like, "Bro, you can get back drawing, She all send you references, bro. Like I'll draw with you, But I want there to be a place for these people, and this is the place for those people. And why can I not find this picture? That's what I really want
It's
to know.
okay. I feel like it's fine.
I
Nah,
feel like I
because
gotta miss
y'all
a
got to see
picture
this
of mine.
picture.
Yeah. I agree with you though, Aden. Like I was writing about the podcast yesterday and I literally said everything you're saying right now. And it's one of those things you come into it and you don't expect it to become, what you thought it would be. Like Sandbox coming in,
Mm-hmm.
this is not what I expected. I didn't think that we were gonna become, catalyst or, be a safe
Actually,
haven
hear
for,
people talking about it.
Yeah. I didn't think that was gonna happen or happen like so quickly. You know what I mean?
Someone told me they watched the podcast and they all were like, "Yo, what'd you like about it?" It was like, "Bro, like y'all are just so like so much more than they thought," And I was like, "Thank you," because I know, like, I know
think that's
I know we
the
the
point of
bomb.com.
podcast as well. Like, because people when they explain their own endeavors or hey, I got this, hey, I got that. Other people kind of just look at them like, okay, but they don't take them seriously. So I feel like with this podcast, we become a platform for those people. And if you have us vetting you, you have potential. You know
Let's
what I
see
mean?
this picture. Give me that. Oh,
Oh,
wow. I
I've
seen
seen
that.
that.
Yeah, that's Sandbox right there.
I
That's
have a
Sandbox.
picture like that.
Yeah, that's my fault. That's where
That's
the
so
name
cool.
came from.
What if it? I was finna. It's a kiddie pool. What if this was like called kiddie pool? Like
Kiddie Pool podcast?
The Kiddie Pool podcast.
That's
crazy.
fine. That's
I like
lit fine.
Sandbox better.
But the
Nah,
Sandbox-
coming soon. Kiddie Pool podcast.
Hey man,
Kiddie
look,
Pool
Eryn, let's
spinoff.
get it going, man. You know what the Sandbox for?
kiddie
If
pool
you want that kiddie pool,
spinoff.
hey, I'm serious. I get it going right now. We got like 15 podcasts on under the Sandbox network.
We got like 6
Hey.
ideas right now.
Look, when I tell you the Sandbox network is cultivating all
A
ideas,
network.
it's a network.
Well,
Like,
let this one be the first one. What's what we doing?
Hey,
first?
man.
Foreshadowing.
Hey, look.
Foreshadowing.
season 2,
We going so crazy.
bro, you can't come. First off, how dare you come in with that kind of energy for season 2? Season 2? Jared.
I don't even think y'all ready for it. I don't think y'all ready for real.
RTW, Bonnet Boys, and Sandbox.
In the kiddie pool.
Kiddie Pool.
KP.
KP. Ooh, KP. KP hard. But listen. Season 2, bro, is nothing to be played around with, bro. We have something unimaginable coming for y'all because all we've been doing is imagining what we want to do and creating it. So what we have coming up for y'all is all we had coming up for y'all this season. What we wanted to do and what we did. And we did what we wanted. And that's why, and we did it in a genuine way. And so season 2, we coming back even harder, even more genuine, even realer, man. New guests, man.
Yes.
New interviews, man.
Ooh.
Shoot, a movie? What?
We didn't even Aiden, we didn't even tell them about the idea we had earlier. I don't even think y'all ready for that.
I don't think
Listen.
we should.
Listen. Cause look, you know what crazy?
What's up, family?
I didn't bring the movie up on purpose.
That's right.
Get excited for that movie. Hey, man. Season finale, deepest talk we had yet. I love y'all.
I love y'all too.
Hey, man.
Me too.
It's Aden.
It's Aisha.
It's Eryn.
See, man,
Ashaki
play
was
your
there
partner,
too?
Jared.
Yeah, Ashaki.
But look, Jared, sign us off, bro.
Look. For the past few months that we've had this podcast, it's just formed from this small seedling and it's blossomed into this giant tree. And I can speak for everybody that is in this room or that was in this room or the adjacent rooms. They are my true family. They've seen this process grow like it's a child. It's been my child for I don't know how long. just to see it cultivate and grow and blossom into something so beautiful, it just really warms my heart, and it almost brought a tear to
Bro,
my
it made me
eye
wanna
just sitting
cry.
here. It really just does make me want to cry, because it's just seeing how far we've come with all of that we have done, and just
Bro,
looking back, like you said earlier, like me,
quarantine calls.
those quarantine calls, just trying to get everything straight is just
like you and 2-3 friends, bro.
just trying to get something shaken. But
And bro, we shaked it. We shaking. We're shaking, bro.
exactly.
And we ain't gonna stop shaking. Hey man.
Amen.
Sandbox season 2 coming soon. Hey, look out for it. Sign us off, my boy.
This has been the Sandbox Podcast. I'm Jared.
I'm Aden.
I'm Aisha.
And I'm Eryn.
Woo!
We're gonna catch y'all in season 2.
Season 2 coming soon.
Sandbox.
Bye.